Hi, I'm Ms. Raquel with the Center for Puerto Rican Studies Cultural Ambassador Program. I'm an author and I write books for children. Today, I'm going to share a special book, Mayanito's New Friends. The book is written by Tato Laviera and the illustrator is Gabor Utomo. We're going to actually get to meet a number of animals in this story. And can you guess the first one? What is this? What sound does this animal make? When we read the story, you're going to get to meet Pablito. He's a snake. So let's try and make a snake sound together. Sss. There's another really important animal in this story. Can you guess what this animal's name is? You guessed it, a crocodile. This is Teresa. And we can put our hands together and look like we're making a crocodile sound. One more time. Chun, chun, chun. There's another important animal in our story, and it looks like this. What's the name of this animal? Any guesses? It's a jaguar. This is Rafael the jaguar. He's ferocious. Let's hear your most ferocious roar. Together, roar! And then we're going to get to meet all of these. Anyone have a guess? Flamingos. Together, let's say it, flamingos. And then we get to meet a bunch of these silly little animals. They like to monkey around. And one in particular is Miguel. Miguel the monkey. So let's shake out the wiggles, sit crisscross applesauce, put on our listening ears as I read to you Mayanito's New Friends. Way above the clouds, above the rainforest, high on a mountaintop, Prince Mayanito was looking down at the entire Western Hemisphere. He observed rain forming in the clouds below. Soon, the clouds sounded like thundering warriors. Within each gigantic raindrop was a child. One by one, the drops landed gently onto the earth. The children formed a circle, and each held a musical instrument. A girl from Appalachia held a banjo. A Mexican boy, a guitar. A Brazilian girl, a berimbau. An Alaskan boy, a flute. A Puerto Rican boy, a guiro. A Hawaiian girl, a ukulele. And a Jamaican boy, a shekere. Mayanito descended from his mountaintop to play with the raindrop children. As the sun warmed the land, the raindrop children began to evaporate. Amazed, Mayanito watched as they turned into flowers. Mayanito was sad to have lost his playmates. He gathered all the flowers and began to cry. His tears ran down his face and body and into the village below. When they finally landed on the ground, they transformed into children again. Mayanito decided to go down the mountain toward the village to find his new friends. He climbed into a canoe and floated downstream. The canoe floated to a cave that was guarded by a snake named Pablito. He slithered up to Mayanito and said, "Prince Mayanito, I'll protect you from the mosquitoes, ants, centipedes, and slugs that live in this cave." "Thank you, Pablito. Will you come with me to look for my new friends?" Pablito got in the canoe, and away they floated. But soon they crashed into a rock and flew through the air. Luckily, they landed on Teresa, a crocodile who was happy to guide them through the jungle. Away they went on Teresa's back until they reached a swamp where they began to sink. Miguel, a monkey, wrapped his tail around a strong tree branch and pulled Mayanito, Pablito, and Teresa from the sinking sand. When they were safe on ground, other monkeys arrived with bananas and coconuts and invited them to a feast. It was delicious. As they ate, Mayanito noticed a pair of shining amber eyes staring at them. It was Rafael, the jaguar. Teresita and Pablito went up to the ferocious cat. Rafael, please allow the safe passage for Prince Mayanito. And Rafael answered, it will be an honor for him to pass through my jungle. They continued on their journey until they came to a giant waterfall blocking the way. Miguel and the monkeys decided to make a hammock out of vines to carry Mayanito through the waterfall. Teresa, Rafael, and Pablito said goodbye as the monkeys swung the hammock from tree to tree. The wind blew strong and rocked Mayanito's hammock back and forth, back and forth. He fell out, but was able to hang on to a vine. A flock of flamingos then flew up and caught him just as he let go. All the animals applauded as Mayanito rode a flamenco like a horse. The flamingo set Mayanito down in the village and then took off, circling the people below and dropping feathers as good luck charms. The children were happy as they sang and played their instruments. One of the children handed Mayanito a beautiful drum, and he happily played music with them. When the adult villagers heard the music, they joined the celebration. Soon, everyone was singing, America, America. One of the children explained to the villagers, Mayanito is a prince. He lives way, way up there. I saw him when he came down. Another child led Mayanito to their festival. It was the first time Mayanito had seen anything like it. He rode a horse in the carousel and went way up in the sky on the carousel wheel. He took his first bite of cotton candy and he shot a basketball through a hoop. He enjoyed the bumper car ride and was even brave enough to get on the roller coaster. After the rides, the children sat down at a long table covered with all kinds of tropical fruits and vegetables. Mayanito was happy, but he missed his family. He kept looking up at the mountaintop. His heart yearned to be back home above the clouds. On the mountaintop, there was great sorrow. The men of the tribe had spent all day looking for Mayanito. They returned to tell his parents that they had found the empty canoe at the edge of the waterfall. Mayanito's father and mother were very worried. The next morning, everyone boarded Simone, the inchworm train. They headed up the mountain to take Mayanito home. This would be the first meeting ever of the people from the mountaintop and the villagers from below. Together, they would create peace and friendship between the two people. When the train reached the end of the line, the children clapped their hands in thanks for the fun ride. The flamingos were waiting and invited Mayanito and his new friends to get on their backs. Some of the children were afraid to fly with the big pink birds. But Mayanito said to them, "Come, let them take you to my home." Mounted on flamencos, the children were amazed at what they could see high above the ground. When they saw a lion in the jungle, they squealed, "Ooh-wee!" The birds flew into a dark, large cave, and the children hid their heads in the birds' necks and screamed, "Ma!" The birds finally came out of the cave and into the light, and the children were able to see all the birds of the rainforest flying along with them. In the distance, Mayanito's tribe heard thundering feet and people singing. They saw a herd of jungle animals headed by Pablito the snake. The animals were coming to the mountaintop. The members of the tribe did not know what to do. Then they spotted Mayanito. He was walking hand in hand with the children on his right side and Pablito, Teresa, and the other animals on his left. Mayanito had brought friends to his home. Mayanito's mother and father ran to embrace him. Mayanito's father placed a beautiful crown on his head and led him to the throne. Mayanito was now king, and he declared all the children of the hemisphere members of his tribe and named the snake and the crocodile as official mascots. A joyous celebration of the people and the animals of the hemisphere took place on Mayanito's birthday. Mayanito and his father drew a map of the hemisphere on the ground. Mayanito asked the children to find their countries on the map and play their music. He went to the equator, the exact center point of the hemisphere. He closed his eyes as he listened to the music coming from each part of the map. Suddenly, Mayanito felt someone shaking him. He opened his eyes and woke up in his mother's lovely arms. He had been dreaming. He had never left his home. His mother and a group of village children were singing a Mayan song. They were there to celebrate Mayanito's birthday. As Mayanito got dressed for his birthday party, he wondered, did the raindrop children really exist? Could he visit them again? The end. It was so much fun to read this special story with you. To learn how to become a Cultural Ambassador Junior, ask a grown-up to help you visit centropr.hunter.cuny.edu and click on the Puerto Rican Cultural Ambassador link. And remember, keep reading.